But and also, of course, wrote about him in the Book of Rick, where at the same time he created all of this at the same time.
All right, now it is time for the Book of Rick.
The Book of Rick.
Yes.
I met Sammo on my first visit when I was at Golden Harvest going to meet Jackie Chan, and there was Yun Biao in the oh yes, these are the two major meetings where we had a camera. That on the left was the first meeting, which was in Chinatown, New York, arranged by the great Bobby Samuels, who was uh, uh, Sammo was Bobby's mentor, and he even lived with Sammo in Hong Kong for a while. So when Sammo came to New York for the first time, one of the first person he wanted Sammo to meet was me because I was working with Inside Kung Fu. And the second time is when I introduced FJ De Santo to Sammo at the Lincoln Center at the New York Asian Film Festival. So those, but then I've talked and met with Sammo without cameras many times, but and also of course wrote about him in the Book of Rick, where at the same time he created all of this at the same time. At the same time, he conceived The Prodigal Son, which many people consider his best directed movie. He also came up with the brainstorm of HAM, which stands for Horror Action Movies. As and this is a quote: "Since I was a small boy, I heard all kinds of ghost stories from my mother and my master in the Peking Opera School. All the old people told me all these great stories of the supernatural until I became afraid of the dark. I still am." So he created Spooky Encounters of the Spooky Kind, aka Spooky Encounters, in 1980, as well as The Dead and the Deadly, 1982, and the Mr. Vampire series, which started in 1985 and ran to 1992, starring the personable Lam Ching Ying as the one-eyed browed priest and featuring the fascinating Chinese hopping dead known as the Gongxi. Then I went into Sammo's specific style of fight choreography, because he wanted to differentiate himself from Jackie and everybody else, and he does brilliantly. In fact, his stuff is more pure fights because Jackie made everything more rounded as a movie experience, while Sammo had his own issue. So
Cool.
anyway, this was my first Spooky Encounters. Was my first Chinese horror movie. Ham, my first horror action movie.